Huzzah. It's the maximum amount of energy I'm going to be able to exude today. Huzzah. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. What's up, Totally Radical? Caden Thunder. Hey there, my Thunderkin. Terabytes. Darian. Hello. Michelle. Hello. Batman made it home just in time. Hell yeah. Oh, Kayla. Also Lex and Samantha. Thank you again. Dropping supers before the show even started here. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? What's up, Fane? How are you? How are you? Maddie sending the Harmy through already. Thank you so much. So good to see everybody here. I've only half lost my voice, so as long as I don't try to do anything to like upper registers, I'll just have the low voice today. If I get too worked up, you just start hearing some prepubescent squeaking going on there. Dylan, Deadpool and Wolverine, does that count? Yeah, absolutely. You know what's crazy? I still haven't seen Deadpool and Wolverine. I know. Maybe I can watch that next week while we're on the vacay. We'll see. Monique says, "Hi gang, a Lion King for sure. Lion King's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good. Lee Foy says Pocahontas. Phyllis says Mulan. Nicole, Sleeping Beauty. Sleeping Beauty's a damn good one. Terabyte with Lion King. Paula with Mulan there as well. Invisible Woman, It's a Tie, Little Mermaid, and Beauty and the Beast. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say Tater Thunders is The Little Mermaid.
That was my favorite growing up. I was an Ariel girl. 100%. But I would say I love Beauty and the Beast and The Little Mermaid. It was like those were the princesses whenever that came out. So, but one of my favorite Disney movies, I guess it would be Pixar, but I love A Bug's Life and Encanto.
Yeah, Encanto's pretty damn good.
I cry every fucking time I watch that movie. Every time.
You still haven't finished watching the movie Up.
I can't.
You just can't get through like the sad part of it.
Is it Coco? Is that the
Coco's the kid where
he travels like
the Day of the Dead and he travels. Yes. Coco's really good too.
That is very.
It's right. Encanto's really damn good.
When they have the doorknob just for Mirabelle, I'm like, God damn it, every fucking
This one's
time.
just for you.
Yes. And like tears are like streaming down my face because it's just so good. I've seen that movie like literally 100 times because Navy was obsessed with it for a long time. But
I guess Frozen you got to throw in there too, right? Mm-hmm. You got to throw Frozen in too. All right, I'll bounce back to
I cry at every Pixar movie though. So.
You cry at every movie, period.
Happiness, sadness, all of it.
We could watch Deadpool and Wolverine, and she'd still probably cry. There'd be some kind of happy or sad moment in there. Maybe not that movie, but we'll see. Anna Hartman dropping the 150 bolts. Thank you so much, Dylan. That's right. We don't talk about Bruno. Magic Drop. Thanks for the Harmy. Janine. Thank you so much. Cake the Rogue. Yeah, agreed. Encanto. This is damn good. Maddie, Crystal Museum Girl, thanks so much for the shares. Greatly appreciate that. Nicole Stout, a favorite Pixar one is Finding Nemo. Finding Nemo is damn good. That's a damn good movie. Also sad, right? Finding Nemo 2 is Finding Dory. Is that the third one, or is that's the second one? There's only the two. Hot damn. Tangle, Hortensia. It is good. So Navy Thunder. She's got, her collection of Barbies and princesses that are princesses are basically Barbies. But she wants me to play with them a lot, but always gives me Rapunzel to play with. And then she has Elsa, like Queen Elsa, and a normal Barbie, but it's like a workout Barbie. It's like aerobics Barbie or something. Gymnastics Barbie. There we go. Yeah, because it came with a balance beam and stuff. And I, as Rapunzel, always call her gymnastics Barbie Jebecca from New Girl because I think it's funny. And for a while, she's like, that is not her name. And I'm like, whatever, Jebecca. And now she calls her gymnastics Barbie Jebecca as well. It is fantastic. We do have to show something off here real quick because we received something today, or rather, Tater received something in the Navy did, but it had Tater's name on it in the mail today. I did not open it. I was a good boy. But we got to show this off here. It's a A treat bag for
from Elise.
From Elise. Elise, thank you so much. Because we're doing the Halloween nights at Disney, so she gets to go actually.
Yes.
Do they do trick or treating theirs, or just like a?
Yeah, it's part of it, I think.
Nice.
But then also Uncle Tony.
Uncle Tony coming through here.
The Bluey. And the Disney. So y'all showing the baby some love.
Navy Thunder is not spoiled at all. It's not even just our fault now. It's y'all's fault. Look at that. You guys are awesome.
Oh,
Uncle
a Goofy
Tony.
movie's so good.
A Goofy movie, damn good. Oh,
Yeah, I love
shit.
it.
I think Navy Thunder's never seen that, but she needs to
We
see
tried
it.
to watch it and she wasn't into it. I think she
It's
felt
like a 90s, late 80s,
Yeah.
early 90s vibe. I don't know. Hey, Paula Engel dropping the 5 said, good news is my leave is up. My elbow is healed so I can go back to work. I'm so happy. I've been so bored at home. Hell yeah, that's awesome. Getting to go back whenever you've got like the cabin fever is a big deal. Now you'll be there for like 2 days and you'll be like, this was a mistake. But at least you get the change in scenery, right? Smoots, hey buddy. Missed you this morning with a Go Popular. Thank you so much for that. Wrong Pluto. Hello there. Dropping the bolts as well. 10 Heiku with the 15 months in the Goshak and Thunder Crew says, hi all. Got my merch in the mail and I love it. Thank you so much. Love you all. Hell yes. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Magic Drop says Mickey's Not So Scary has so much candy. Oh goodness. Oh goodness. Overkill. Yeah, I'm a little raspy. Last night I barely had a voice and Candy Thunder was like, stop talking. Stop using your voice to conserve it for today. So yes, that's right. She just told me to shut up. It was she finally found an excuse to tell me to shut up in a productive way. So I saved what I had and we'll see how long it makes it today. Great Dragon Fox Gaming dropping the 10 bomb on the YouTube side says, just want to thank you guys for all you do. Enjoy vacation, you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Cake the Road dropping the 2 says, ever seen Lemonade Mouth? I've not. Have definitely not. Adventures with Pam dropping the 205 on the TikTok side. Thank you so much, Magic Drop. Each one of your kids got 2 bags of candy. Hell. Pug Mom, does Navy like Boo from Monsters Inc? Yes. Also, she is Boo from Monsters Inc. But yes, we were Batman. Yes, sir. I had just a t-shirt on that was Sully, and she had her little Boo outfit on, and it was adorable. It was adorbs. It's Pixar, but Wall-E or Up, yeah. I don't know that Candy Thunder has seen Wall-E either. Yes, she's like, it is pretty depressing, but it's a good movie. It is a good movie, yeah. Treasure Planet. Nice. Sammy, got your package today? Heck yeah, there you go. Moana is good too. Yeah, Moana's damn good. I was gonna sing the line, but I can't even attempt that right now. Can't even attempt it. You having a mini hurricane there, that Alaska girl? Damn, power was out, but your planter's lost its flowers and your garbage. Damn, no. That's no fun. Wait, you have a mini hurricane in Alaska? That's just like double terrifying. Mad Hatter, Nightmare Before Christmas. Okay. Like, that's like in a league of its own, right? That's like a classic that can't be touched. It's amazing. And at Target right now, wait, you don't like Nightmare Before Christmas? Tater?
No, I do.
I hope nobody heard that. They have these little Sally dresses that are just like a normal like play dress at Target right now, and I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, Navy, like you would look so cute in this. And she doesn't know it. She's seen parts of it, but doesn't know it well enough to know the Sally dress and be excited about it. I sent a picture of it to Mama, and she was like, if she wants it, she can get it, but she didn't really want it. I was the only one who was like super excited about it. Grey Dragon Fox, Aladdin's damn good too. There's so many good movies out there. Even Stevens, I don't think I've seen the Even Stevens movie. Maybe the early 2000s were that's when my party phase was happening. So I might have seen it. I'd have to go back and see it a little. You were a wee lad. You were just a wee little lad. How old were you in the year 2000, Tony Spark?
Let's see. I would have been what?
2.
Fourth grade. 2001. I was in fourth grade. So 2000 in third grade. What's that? 8 years old? 9 years old?
He's just a
10 years old?
pup.
But the Even Stevens movie, the Disney Channel original movies that they used to do were so good. Like, they were all so good.
I don't remember anything about it, so I don't know if I've seen it. I'll have to look it up and find out. Brave is damn good. Yeah. Brave is really good. The Love Bug, Black Cauldron, Mrs. Dravis, member for 13 months. Hey, there you go. McKay, dropping the 10. Hope y'all have the best time on vacation. Harry Potter at Universal, so cool. Hell yes. I'm pumped. I am pumped. We're going to have a good time. We talk about this. We might have talked about it last time, but I have a roller coaster thing. It's more so about the line leading to the roller coaster. I've enjoyed the couple of coasters I've been on, but I have a debilitating anxiety when it comes to standing in line to get on a roller coaster. So we'll see how this goes. I'm just going to have to be absolutely elevated to the point of not knowing where I am and let Tater just put me on whatever ride she wants. That's the way it should go. Allie B dropping the 109 bolts over there on the YouTube side or TikTok side. Thank you so much. We do have a couple of goals here in the beginning. 4K lightning bolts to get a cake story started on the TikTok side. We have a goal of 15 super chats, $5 and up on the YouTube side for a spicy story and confetti. That's right. It's Wednesday. We get to unlock things. We get to have all kinds of fun. Get to have some special appearances from the team here today. We're going to have a damn good time. We'll see if see if my voice makes it through. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? I haven't seen that in so long. I feel like that's something you have to watch elevated now. You know what I mean? And The Mask, like all the original, the OG Jim Carrey mask. Watching that elevated now would be the way to go. It would be. Okay, here we go. Coming up, we have stories about starting fights for attention, tense roommate situations, awkward movie nights, missing out on meet and greets, forcing kids to quit their jobs, uncomfortable double dates. We also have spicy stories, cake stories, and mother-in-law stories. LFG. We have a goal, shares goal of 15 hundo this week. Again, we don't have the progress bar to track it, but we do greatly rely on your shares and your likes for us getting in front of new people. So all the love for you that do that. Thank you so much. A reminder, this will be the last stream until September 28th. We are taking a week off for the first time in 3 years. Don't know how to feel about it yet. We'll see. We'll be back at it again on Sunday, September 28th, though, which is the day after we get back. So the next time you see us, we should have a gorgeous tan, but also probably look like zombies. So tanned zombies. I think that's what we're going for. But the week that we're gone, next week, we will still be posting daily videos, and we're dropping a very special edition of Thunder and Spark with fresh stories and funny feedback with Caden and Tony at 3 p.m. next Wednesday. And instead of the Sunday stream, we're going to be dropping a very, very special, hilarious episode of The Imperfect Storms on the 21st at 9 p.m. Central. So the normal stream times will be dropping premieres. So you'll still have the live chat going on. We're still going to be trying to jump in with live chat or to live chat with you guys and hang out during those premieres as well. Both are going to be fucking hilarious. We finally got to watch most of The Imperfect Storms through today. And you guys are going to have a lot to talk about. You're going to have several questions for us when we get back based on what you see in The Imperfect Storms. We'll see what happens. Reminder today, keep chat positive and respectful. Everybody, of course, is allowed to have their own opinion. We want you to share that opinion in a respectful way. Costs absolutely nothing to be a DFHB. That's a decent effing human being if it's your first time here. A reminder, our opinions are based on our worldview shaped by the lives that we live. No two are going to be the same. We do not expect you to agree with us. We do expect you to be respectful, though, and we'll do the same for you. No spoilers, please. Spoilers will be muted from the live. And with that, get out your gosh heckin' dustpans. Ha! Ha!
So maybe we should just go
lines.
live every time we're in a line. That's not. I actually didn't budget for them, but bought the express lane passes for Universal because I know that you're terrified of rides, and I thought maybe if the line was shorter, and if it's like instead of 2 hours, it's like 30 minutes, that maybe you'd be more okay.
Yeah. That tracks. It makes sense. We'll see. Amy Castro. Yeah. So the new, I did want to address this. I meant to add it to the notes. Sorry, guys. The new Superfan program on the TikTok side. After updating my mobile app yesterday, I was finally able to go in and set things up and get the custom stickers moved over. I might have missed the brooms. I got like all the Ascon ones moved over and a couple others. I could only do like a max of 15, but I'll audit that and make sure we get the brooms there for you. But it is set back up, so you should have everything you had before in there. They should be in there. And if you don't see them yet, you might have to update your app because I had to update the app to see anything about it at all. We'll see. We'll see. All right. We'll dive into the very first story here and we'll start rocking and rolling. Ladies and gents, let's rock and roll. Willow Wick and have a blast, but also relax. We'll try. We'll try. We'll see how it goes. All right, here we go. Am I the astronaut for starting a fight with my boyfriend for attention? Would you like to start a poll for this one, love? Yeah, this one's poll worthy. Am I the astronaut for starting a fight with my boyfriend for attention? The for attention part of this makes it like obviously yes, but it also makes me think that it might not have been, might not have been the actual OP that wrote this. What if boyfriend wrote this on her behalf? That's what the title makes me think. I am going to go ESH. Look, if you have to start a fight for attention, like if you're not getting attention, yeah, then it would be an ESH. There are better ways, more effective ways to get attention, though. I'm going to go out on a limb. Just guessing here. Boyfriend's got a gaming problem.
Sometimes I just like to talk shit for the hell of it.
Okay, Taylor. Taylor over here. Do you ever, so sidebar here, do you ever just like randomly pick a fight because you feel like picking a fight?
I never intentionally pick a fight, but I will say that sometimes my mood.
Sometimes your mood will pick a fight for you?
Yeah, sometimes my issues that are not ours will maybe bleed through in other areas of my life.
Well, that was punny.
It was unintentionally punny.
I feel like the only correct answer right now is no comment.
I'd like to plead the fifth. Nothing that can incriminate me.
Dude,
I would never intentionally pick a fight though, but sometimes my fuse is much shorter than normal.
Sure, well, mine too. Dude, it's Nikki dropping the 5. Said, y'all father-in-law had triple bypass yesterday and he's doing okay. Thank the Lord. Hope y'all enjoy your vacay. Thank you so much. And that's so good to hear. Triple bypass. Man, wow. Your rock star status for doing well after that, man. Red Wolf, yeah, I don't do it on purpose, but I have spicy days where my poor hubby is a saint. Okay, how's the poll look? Did I keep you distracted too long through the poll and we missed results there? This is my shocked face. All right, we'll dive right in here. I'm at ESH. Let's rock and roll. So my boyfriend, 24 male, and I, 25 female, have been together for a while, and for the most part, things have been great. But for the past few weeks, he hasn't been paying as much attention to me, even going as far as ignoring my texts due to being busy, which I know for a fact he wasn't. It just felt like he was purposely pulling away from me, which hurt a lot. I ended up going through his phone, which I found nothing in, but I couldn't help but feel like he was hiding something from me, so I decided to start a petty argument for attention. Admittedly, I was a bit passive-aggressive, but all I wanted was his attention and maybe to bring things up, even if it wasn't in the best way. I ended up just starting a big nothing argument over something admittedly trivial when we were walking through the park on the way back home, and he completely blew up on me, getting in my face, throwing insults back at me. I started crying, and he didn't even care. It was like he wasn't even my boyfriend anymore. I just wanted to talk about things, especially since I just felt abandoned these past few days, and I thought it would be kind of harmless, like a way to get his attention without blowing up. I did not expect the argument to blow up so fast because he got so upset and started accusing me of being controlling and petty, which I didn't ever intend to hurt him like that. I just thought it would be harmless and kind of cute, like how other couples play fight. Do any of y'all fight for fun? That does not sound like my idea of fun. I ended up running out of the room and left the house to stay at my sister's for the night. When I woke up, I had a few texts from him where he basically apologized and said he never meant to make me cry, nor did he want to hurt me, and he's just exhausted and frustrated at my picking fights. Honestly, I wanted to believe him, but I just couldn't because of what he said was so hurtful. Now he's acting like I did something terrible and like I just wanted to keep the fight going, when I never even meant to hurt him like that. I've seriously been questioning myself lately, so I decided to come here and ask, am I the astronaut for starting a fight with my boyfriend for attention? Okay, so we still don't know why OP felt like she wasn't getting the attention that she needed at the time. So it's not like some kind of big issue that he has. She felt like he was pulling back, and her way to re-engage him was through conflict, which seems like a self-fulfilling prophecy to me.
It is, if you, in my experience, when you don't communicate something that's bothering you, like, it's going to come out one way or another. So it's going to come out
through
what you are perceiving as like picking fights is going to come out with. It's not probably about the topic that's on at the, like, it's not about the topic that you're fighting about. It's literally about all of these other things like under the surface. It's not right. And if you communicate, like, I think we're all aware of that. Like, it's not intentional, but it's not right. But it feels like she was intentionally starting a fight.
She admitted that she did it just to get attention. She thought it would be kind of cute.
I mean, I know what she's saying about play fighting. We play bicker all the time. Like,
we funny bicker, but there's a big difference between, like, I don't even know how to.
Without her saying what she said or how she approached it, like, it's hard to, like, kind of like a need more info situation. It's hard to say, like, this is this and that is that. But I think if you're really hurt, play fighting or like play bickering is not the answer. Like, that's a fun in jest type thing where you guys are getting along and like you're just talking about cooking and you're just really talking about different ways to do it and blah blah blah, or loading the dishwasher. Like, there's different things that you can joke about, but if you're really hurt and you're trying to play fight, it's not going to come across that way, because those feelings are real whether you acknowledge them or not. So I think I do think she is the asshole. The asshole. Ass who?
The ass who?
That's what I said. It's very Dr. Seuss.
It's like a game of Guess Who, but it's going to be Ass Who, the special Thunder edition. It's like you'll have to match the asshole to the face. That doesn't sound like it is a game that would go well.
I would say you are the asshole to yourself and to your boyfriend, because if you really were hurting and you really wanted attention, have that conversation with him. Have the conversation and let him know how you're feeling so that you guys can talk through it without anyone having to be put on the defensive or feeling threatened or whatever the situation may be. Nobody's crying. Like, communicate like adults and work through your problems instead of this. This is not play bickering.
24 and 25 is probably an age where, like, you haven't learned yet the importance of communication in a relationship, right? Now, it sounds like they do live together. So it's that year one of living together where our theory is that's where you learn to communicate in a relationship, because you get put in enough awkward situations. If you get through them, or to get through them, you have to learn to communicate.
You either learn it or you crash and burn. Maybe
this is the first one. Maybe this is the first, like, big one that they need to communicate through. Where I'm confused here is, from a logical standpoint, OP looked at this and said, okay, I have one option, which is doing what I did. It's starting a play fight to get attention. I thought it would be cute, which is a come what may moment, right? Like, you chose to start a play fight without verifying first that he was in a space where he was willing to play fight. So it was just a fight. And that come what may. The other side is that you could have communicated or attempted to communicate your feelings here and be like, hey, like, you've been feeling, I've noticed that you've been pulling back some, and I just wanted to make sure everything's okay with you. Like, are we okay? Is there something that needs to happen differently, or what are you struggling with right now? But that was more terrifying and difficult than randomly starting a fight.
Because it's vulnerable. Like, as a woman, like, you're putting yourself out there, and you're also setting yourself up for rejection if the reason they're pulling away is because they don't want to be in the relationship. So in her mind, it was easier to start a fight, whether jestfully or truthfully, which I think it was really both. But in her mind, giving herself that vulnerability to this person was more harmful in her mind than it was to start this fake argument.
Okay.
And I think that's a huge difference, because you said logically, like that's a huge difference between men and women, because we're obviously like most of the time more emotionally driven, and which makes it harder to communicate, and men are more logically driven, which makes it harder to communicate sometimes. So it's like we find this disconnect in the center. And you are right. You have to learn how to communicate through your emotion and through just looking at it logically. Like, it's like you have to learn those things about each other in order to understand each other. But she did not do that. I think she is the asshole. I can't say with enough certainty that the boyfriend is the asshole because she didn't provide enough information.
I would agree with that. Like, we don't know if it's a him thing. We don't know why she felt like she was not getting the attention she needed right then. She just felt like he was pulling away. And that's pretty much all the information we have. And that her play fight turned into a real fight and he blew up. And then when she admitted to starting a play fight on purpose, he blew up even worse because she intentionally started a fight.
And that is what I said, is not to say that men cannot be emotional and women cannot be logical.
Sure.
It's just, I think, the driving factor, like we are more biologically that way.
I understand.
But it does not, I really want to make sure that is very out there.
Disclaimer.
Before the shit comes rolling down.
Disclaimer. Okay, so I'm with you on this. Even though the real situation here may be an ESH, we don't have enough information to say that boyfriend is in fact an asshole in this scenario based on what we have. So we know that OP is. How severe do you think this is?
I would say she's ASCON 3 for starting a fight instead of talking about her feelings.
Yeah.
And she has, if he pulled away with no explanation, like, she has a right to feel hurt by that. But if you care about him, figure out the reason why he is pulling back or what is going on, because maybe he's hurting too.
Yeah, I would agree.
Maybe he's cheating on you. I don't know.
Welcome to my planet, by the way. OP. I live here.
He's the mayor.
It is. You should have done it differently. And I will say this, like, yeah, I understand why you did what you did. And this was almost like a test to see if the larger issue was really there. It was like a validation test, like a litmus test, but just in a symbolic kind of way. But it's going to be really, really hard for you at this point to have the real conversation that you want and need to have in the shadow of what just happened, right? You cannot go to him right now and be like, I did that because of this, because he's still mad because you intentionally started a fight. And that's already going to set the tone for the conversation that you're going to have right now. You got to cool off from this first before you try to have the real conversation. It's you kind of screwed yourself over twice here, in my opinion. But should have done that differently.
I hope in the future that you don't pick fights, that you communicate, whether it's writing it down and processing your feelings and then presenting those to your partner.
Journaling, great idea.
If it's whatever that looks like, but understand what you're feeling and be able to communicate that in a way that is not aggressive to your partner.
Yeah.
I think that's the bottom line.
Yep.
Learn from it.
Yeah. This is the are you paying attention to me test, Wonder Woman? That's, man, I don't know. Just using negative reinforcement there. Good gravy. Hey, Allison Lowe, member for 7 months in the Gosh Heck Thunder crew, said, I asked an ex if he was bored, and he took it as, yes, I am bored in this relationship, and we ended up breaking up. Okay, so in that instance, I think you chose his thoughts for him. You chose his feelings for him, right? Instead of asking what he was feeling, you said, are you feeling this? So are you bored? And that's, may not even have thought of that until you said it for him. And then he's like, oh, that seems like an easy route right there. And he posted this earlier in the Facebook group too, to somebody who was asking for advice on a situation. I think that voice inside of our head that fills in blanks for us is rarely our friend, right? Because normally it will take it to like the negative extreme, or all these things that we're assuming are happening are mostly negative things. but that voice is not our friend. And we're deciding for other people when we do that. So let them tell you what it is. And then you don't have to fill in blanks inside your own head. Amber loves the raccoons on the YouTube side, dropping the 10 bombs. Said, my mom is doing well. We are hoping to get her to the rehab on Friday. She needs physical therapy and to learn how to live with her ostomy bag. I'm sick. Can't go see her. And that really sucks. Damn. So sorry. And hopefully you get over your bug quick so that you can go see her. But so glad to hear that she's going well. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Awesome. Sarah Barracuda dropping the 101 bolts there. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Sahasrala dropping the 207. Thank you. Appreciate that. Where are we on our bolt goal right now? Looks like we're about almost halfway. Is that right? 16, 17 out of 4K. Almost at the halfway point. We will keep going here. Candy Thunder's dropping some lightning bolts here too. I see her tippity tapping her phone. Tippity tapping. You know we only get a portion of that back, right? Just making sure. Priming the pump. All right, let's dive into our next story here. I'm going to get a quick drink real quick. Did Tony add the update on the story from Sunday? Callie, what story was that? Oh, the tattoo story? Oh, it may be added momentarily here. All right, here's our next story, ladies and gentlemen. Am I the astronaut for kicking out my roommate for having only child syndrome? Would you like to start a poll, love, before you go hunting for an update? Am I the astronaut for kicking out my roommate for having only child syndrome? Okay. I mean, so for having only child syndrome is one thing. For displaying the effects of only child syndrome would be another, right? So I'm going NTA here. The way that you worded it may not be the best, but I'm going NTA because I think I know what you mean. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Because I mean, like any only child can have only child syndrome, right? But the severity of how they display that could vary wildly. Hey, Scaly Cat dropping the 5 bolts there. Thank you so much, JP, with the bolt there as well. Thank you so much, guys. Naturally, ADB. Amy Castro, naturally again there. Thank you so much. Kitty Cat Queen, no dusty emoticons. They should be in there. I set them up yesterday, but you may have to update your TikTok app for those to show up for you. I wasn't even able to set them until I updated my mobile app, and it had an update come through yesterday. So you might check it after the live today and see if it has an update available. Go ahead and push the update through, and then it should be fixed for next time. Looks like NTA took it with 47.14% here. ESH was right behind it with 30%. So there's that. Wow, somebody just flew by going like 90. Yeah, that was crazy. It's a speed limit of 25 outside our office. Okay. Are they the astronauts for flying by going 90 when the speed limit is 25? Yes. All right, here we go. Context to this story, I'll be using fake names for privacy. I, 21 female, have 3 roommates. Kelly, 20 female, Allie, 22 female, and Steve, 23 male. We have lived together since December 2024. The house we live in is rented to us by Steve's parents. Steve and Allie are a couple, and prior to living here, myself, Allie, and Steve lived in an apartment together for a year. So me, Allie, and Steve are finally at our wits' end. So our roommate, Kelly, has lived with us now for 10 months. This was her first time living away from her parents, and we have tried to discuss our problems with her multiple times with 0 results. Basically, from the time she moved, she has been terrible about taking care of her food that's gone bad, which is particularly frustrating when she is using Tupperware that she does not own, along with ruining several pans. She also has had a consistent problem with contributing to household shared products such as soap, paper towels, toilet paper, spices, medication, etc., despite the fact that it is known, Mina Nisa, because she talks about it, that she has more money in her bank account than all 3 of us do combined. Oh.
Kelly, gotta go.
She continuously will use but never replace. Me and Kelly specifically share a bathroom, which she hasn't helped clean since we moved in. She consistently gets her hair and toothpaste everywhere. And in all the bathrooms, she never flushes her toilet paper, which she uses a lot of. She instead throws it away. Keep in mind, she never takes the trash out. Hold up.
What?
Time out. She doesn't flush her toilet paper. She throws it away, which I know is a thing in some households because of plumbing issues, right? But she throws her poopy teepee in the trash. And then she never takes the trash out. She's literally treating you all like her shit slinging servants. When we asked her not to, she just said, that's how my parents do it. When we said she shouldn't leave cooked and or raw meat out overnight, she said, that's how my parents do it. Mind you, she has a food handler's card, which is a recurring theme. Food handler's card. What is that? Help me out. What's a food handler's card? When we would say hi to her, she would ignore us even if we were both sitting on the couch. Despite this, we have tried to work through stuff and remain friends. About 2 months ago, me, Kelly, and Allie took a road trip. About 4 hours, Allie drove for a concert. She only wanted to do what she wanted to do and consistently was leaving us without telling us. Along with nitpicking any split cost things such as parking, which we agreed to split, while when it comes to fan purchases, she would spend double me and Allie did. She also would ignore any prior discussed schedules for the trip. The trip itself would be too many characters to post. After coming back, me and Allie wanted to talk with her about this. Before we had time, Kelly asked me if we were mad at her at work, because she's also my coworker, and I told her that we were frustrated and we wanted to talk, to which she responded with a scoff and left. Since then, she's been avoiding us and won't talk to us, and all of her bad habits at home have gotten 2 times worse. Are we the assholes for giving her 30 days to leave? Mind you, this was very cut for time. Mind you, this was a very cut for time version, and the details could make for Reddit post. I will try to answer as many questions as I can. Okay, before we get into the edit, I want to chat about this for a second and let my voice come back. But I want to...
Ew. Ew. I wouldn't want to live with somebody like this.
Ew, David. She leaves out raw meat and lets other people take out her poopy paper.
This is 100% why parents should be teaching their kids how to function in society without them. 100% you should not be taking your child's shitty toilet paper from their bathroom and...
Every time this girl shit at home, I'm surprised she wipes. Maybe she doesn't. She's had someone else wipe for her and they immediately run it out to the trash.
She has a fucking diaper genie at home. What is going on? No, this is not okay. And you should have given her a 30 days notice 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Because this is not okay. You don't get to live with people and use all the shit, ruin pans, ruin Tupperware, not contribute in any way, shape, or form, and then brag about having money. Get the fuck out, Kelly. You're not wanted here.
And the food handler card thing is what I thought it was. It's essentially a certification that you can handle food and
raw meat,
the service food industry. Yeah. So but apparently, whatever she learned ain't right. And she's like,
unless you're defrosting.
That's how my mommy and daddy do it. I don't know, man.
This grosses me out.
Yeah. So the big problem here is no matter what the behaviors are, people learn behaviors from their parents, right? And she grew up and learned her way. But after the first time hearing that it is not socially acceptable within your living space, and you as roommates have voted and issued your grievance here that it is a problem, the fact that she continued it, and then when it got even worse and you plan on talking to her and she learns about that, she doubles down. She's definitely the asshole here.
And she knows it. She just doesn't want to deal with it. She doesn't want to have to clean up after herself or do any of the stuff.
Which is why she's avoiding you now, because she knows there's a problem.
When you are going to, when you give her this 30, I don't know if they gave her the 30 days notice or they're going to give it to her.
Had a chance to.
Yeah, because she's avoiding because she knows. But she's going to get exponentially worse.
Yeah.
The toilet paper may not even make it in the trash can. Okay, let's read the edit. I'm invested.
She's going to make a 7-layer shit cake. Oh, no. Here we go. All right. Here's the edit. I need everyone to chill for a minute about the only child thing. That's not the point. But that's what you put in the title, OP.
But that's what people are talking about?
Apparently.
Not the shit.
They're talking about the only child thing, not...
Get it together, Reddit.
In fact, I almost didn't make that the title. Personally, under my dad, I grew up and am an only child, and plenty of my friends are nothing against only children. Also, only children aren't a minority group that needs protected. Sorry, not sorry. I say this because of how she talks about her parents and getting what she wants. Sure, people with siblings can be like that. I just didn't know what to title this, so can we please stay on topic? And yeah, my previous edit was a bit harsh, but the first comments were all up in arms about the only child thing, and I was tired and frustrated, and based on the title, it was assumed, and I was attributing all of her flaws to being an only child. I'm not. Some of it, though, feels like it comes from that, but that's not what I'm asking about. Hate my opinion all you want, but for the sake of my other roommates, please stay on topic and take out the only child part of it. Okay.
No, this isn't an only child issue. This is a parenting issue.
An entitled, spoiled, rotten kind of thing. Like, you could be spoiled without being spoiled rotten. This girl's, she's turned.
She's raw meat left on the counter overnight.
That tater's got eyes. Okay, these ones. She's got it is turned.
I feel like I might be offended in some way.
No,
there's something there. Like it'll come. I'm just kidding.
Well, don't go rotten, and you'll be fine.
Ditto.
If there's your Halloween costume, we can get some fake potato eyes. No, that's not happening. I guess. Okay.
I'll be Spudnik. Like Ross.
Ross's duty. That's fantastic. Her parents did her a disservice, literary addict. I agree.
100%.
Yep. But. So yes, they did her a disservice, and now the real world is culture shock to her, right? That she doesn't know how to behave, but she has been informed. And this is where it is, yes, it's on her parents because they did a shitty enough job that they reinforced it being okay, and her continuing this behavior even when people tell her otherwise. But at a certain point, it's got to be on her to learn and adapt, right? I'm surprised that someone spoiled to this level ended up having roommates and not her own mansion, right? Really, but maybe she just gets bored and lonely and she needed play friends, and that's probably more of what this was about. But it's not an only child thing, it's just a spoiled rotten thing. But OP, you do have to, not OP, spoiled roommate, you do have to adapt at some point. Either that or find a group of friends that's just as shitty as you are, and then you can just grow up being that way. But it does not work in your current environment. If you want to continue living where you're living, you have to adapt, you have to play by the rules, you have to be nice and take accountability or get the fuck out. That's it. That's all there is to it. So, am I the astronaut for kicking out my roommate for having only child syndrome? Again, it was a mistitle here. NTA for kicking out your roommate. It's not about being an only child. It's about the entitlement. It's about the lack of accountability. It's about being turned. That's it. She's as rotten as the meat that she leaves out overnight and the dirty toilet paper she puts in the bin.
Ew.
The title should be
for putting poopy in the bin.
Poopy in the bin. You're enabled still, by the way. Poopy in the bin. Nancy dropped the 10 bomb on the YouTube side, says, I had this roommate in college. Thank goodness she moved away because she wanted to move back to where she can tell people how much my dad makes and people are happy for me. I'm so sorry. Thank you for the super. That you had that as a roommate? Well,
Bye, girl.
she moved away. Having the reason of wanting to go somewhere where people will be happy for her when she talks about how much her daddy makes is, that's sad. You know what I mean? That's a sad fucking life. She's using it as a strength, but that's a weakness. Like, cool. Fair. Michael Drexler dropping the 2 bomb on the YouTube side. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate that. NTA, girl needs to grow up. Kyrie's mom, I agree. A little bit of catch up on the TikTok side here. Yessie and her Frenchie dropping the 31. Thank you so much. Tell your Frenchie we said thank you. And hello. Sherry Sosa dropping the lightning bolts there too. Jennifer Nesbitt, thank you so much. Josh Anderson dropping the 73. Mirabit BTT dropping the bolt there too. Thank you so much for the love. Appreciate that. Abel Robertson, Sherry Sosa, Heidi, yes. Yeah. Combination of sick and yelled a lot at the Chiefs game on Sunday. Sarah Barracuda, Mama Buffy, thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Shan loves to read. Yep, it's my voice done been going away. Okay, we'll dive to the tattoo story update here.
I have a story about what just happened.
Oh crap, Josh. Sorry. I see the S now. Josh Sanderson. About to change his name to Anderson. Oh no. I'm sorry. You have to talk about what just happened. Okay. What?
So while giving feedback on that story, I see. So Ava Ava picks up Navy for us on Wednesday. We pay her to watch her and take care of her at home. And she called me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she knows we're streaming, and she's calling me. Something must be wrong. So I'm like, that's when I tap here if I need him to turn off the camera. So he turned off the camera. I answered the phone. And I'm like, what's going on? Is everything okay? And she's like, so Navy really wants, and I was like, Ava, you called me while we're streaming. Like, I was on camera and I thought something was wrong. And she's like, well, Navy really wants Sonic, and I didn't know if it was okay to go get that.
Well, that sounds like an emergency to me.
Probably was an emergency because Navy was like, ugh.
That sounds like a groovy fry emergency.
We're trying to prevent Navy from turning into Kelly here. So yeah, I was like, that's not an emergency. You have my debit card for this specific reason. If you guys want to go get Sonic, go get Sonic. She's probably watching this being like, Mom, oh. That could have been a text. Yes. She's a caller.
She's a chronic caller. And even if you're like, hey, I don't have the mental capacity for the 5-minute story you're getting ready to tell me, she's going to be like, I'm going to tell you this 5-minute story. Noted. Don't care.
Yeah.
Moving on.
It was a potato emergency. That's right.
It was a tater emergency. Yes.
But I was like, also very like relieved that nothing was wrong. But like in my heart, I was like,
yeah.
And then she's like, Navy, really? I'm like, okay.
Cool.
This is not what we talked about.
Cool story, bro.
But I love it. They're perfect in all their
chaos.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, Navy Thunder has been chaos.
Our girls keep the chaos going. Our boys are just super chill.
Yeah, they really are.
I mean, I don't think our lives would be half as interesting if we didn't have
my beard wouldn't be half as white. My beard would still be brown.
Yeah.
And no, yeah, I mean, so I like it white. I can't wait. I've got kind of the
they are
reverse skunk stripey thing.
They're learning about apples at school, so Ava is taking her to Target to get the Brookie mix. It's like brownies and cookie. Yeah. And they're going to use
with apples?
They're going to use applesauce instead of oil to see how apples work in the recipe instead of that. So they're doing like a little science experiment for Navy's school, which I thought
nice.
That's Ava. 100%.
That's we have. I was going to say we have that for our cake kits, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're going to pick that up. So perfect little angels.
Nice
ish.
Science experiment. And not at all. Yeah, not at all. You know, the kind of kids who will end up like Kelly, who her roommates despise, and all her stinky raw meat left out, dirty teepee ishness. All right, here we go. Here's the update. Here is the update for Am I the Astronaut for telling my fiance her tattoo of my dead brother makes me uncomfortable. He was NTA in that, definitely. Wait, hold on. I gotta use this. Breaking news. We have an update. That's right. It is time for the update to the tattoo story. The story that is, Am I the Astronaut for telling my fiance her tattoo of my dead brother makes me uncomfortable. It's final. I've broken up with her. I don't even know why I'm writing this other than to get some closure on this situation and maybe some support. I've read so many comments this morning, and while it didn't go the way I or anyone anticipated, I've taken my decision though, and I'm struggling to accept it myself. Last night when Bella came home from work, I made sure to make dinner and asked if we could talk after dinner in the back garden. She said that was okay, but that she needed time to shower and unwind before dinner, so she'd be a bit late, but that I could start eating. I agreed, and she went upstairs while I ate the dinner that I had made with the TV on in the back. She came down about an hour later while I was winding things up and washing the dishes from earlier, and I offered to get her a hot plate, and she agreed, saying she'd eat it on the couch in our living room rather than the kitchen where we have a dining table, also where I ate. I said that was fine, and I brought it over to her, and as I gave it to her while she was sitting, her hand out to take it, I somehow managed to drop it, and the hot spag bowl went all over her. I don't know what spag bowl is, but this does not sound good. I immediately apologized profusely and went to grab her some hot water and tissues and towels, but she just started screaming at me. I do not want to make myself sound like a victim in this, so I want to be careful how I write this. But yes, she started saying that I did that on purpose and that I was punishing her for our conversation that morning and for the tattoo in general. I immediately defended myself as I brought over a damp towel and some tissues and said that I knew I had a steady grip on the plate, so there was no way I had done that on purpose. Also saying that I always spoke respectfully and calmly to her about the tattoo situation and that I would never escalate things like this. Things beyond are a blur, but we had a big fight and she broke many, and I mean many, of our glasses and plates. Holy shit. Even trying to pull off a cabinet door in our kitchen that was not already in good condition and threw everything around her at me. By the end of it, I said I couldn't be with her anymore and that this was the last straw and left from my parents' house. I have not returned and I haven't picked up any of her calls or messages. I'm honestly afraid of what she'll do to my belongings if she so easily broke so much of the shit that we bought together. I'm still at my parents and I haven't told them either, but I think this is it. This may be the last update because I don't know if I can focus on this while I have everything else I need to resolve. Thank you for all your comments. I really appreciate them, and I never expected this outcome. Peace and love to all that helped. Also, final update. I've spoken to family about it, and they asked me to try to have a final conversation to remedy this, and I rejected it. Your family did what now? They're like, we don't want you staying here. Your room was slated to be an exercise room shortly, so... We'll be bringing my things back either tonight or tomorrow, depending on when she gets back from work, and we'll bring a friend with me. I'm more at peace with my decision now, so thank you for all the help. Okay, wait, so...
That was crazy.
Did anyone here imagine her going like full Hulk rage mode at any point based on the last story? Because I did not. You saw it coming?
I fucking said it on Sunday or Monday. She was self-serving in the way that she said this was about him, but when he said that what you've done hurts me, she tried to twist it and like make herself the victim of the situation.
Sure.
And she was being like the way that she spoke to him was like textbook like gaslighting of the situation, textbook bullshittery.
Okay.
And I feel like
but it seems like
she had a fucking weird thing about her. I don't know what it was, but it was not okay
about her. Don't know what it is.
And like we were past the point of, I mean, she obviously needs therapy, but we're past that point. And I'm glad that he has broken up with this woman. And now she has to live with the picture of someone she doesn't really know on her shoulder. She had some shit going on.
Sorry that you're in a domestic.
Wow.
You had no choice but to get out of there. Your family that asked you to give it another shot, like...
That's not another shot material. Not when someone breaks all your freaking plates and glasses and tries to throw shit at you. That is not another chance situation.
By another shot, that just means like another chance for her to throw something at your head.
Her showing you who she really is, and you should fucking believe her. She needs some help, and honestly should have called the freaking authorities.
So I agree. You may want to go ahead and file a police report on this now, just
so she doesn't twist the fucking narrative.
Because you may end up needing an RO, and having that filed, having some paperwork behind it to justify it could help solidify that. So before I said, if things do go south here, one of the things that she has to realize is that she's going to be walking around the rest of her life with some dude on her arm
who doesn't mean anything.
Who she has no connection to at all. And when people ask, she's going to have to either cook up some story or just, have a really shitty story to tell about herself right then. So there was a big gamble. Which way do you think she's going to go? You think she's going to cook up some bullshit story?
She's the victim, 100%.
That's my boyfriend that died in a car accident last year.
She did this thing that was supposed to make her like grand and like amazing, and she was so supportive, and it shows the love she has for him, and that thing didn't work. It was like, it's very like, I don't know if narcissistic is the right word. Someone can correct me if that's not right, but it was very much that, like, look at me, look at how much I love you, look at all these things. And when he rejected that, it's like shit came crashing down.
She ran in the opposite direction.
She's a crazy town. Yeah.
I know how much you love Taylor Swift. So I'm going to get Taylor Swift's face tattooed on my face so that when you look at me, like I'm still there, but mostly you just see Taylor Swift. Doesn't seem like a good idea.
I
right?
love you more than Taylor Swift. So
Well, that's good.
it's very accurate.
I don't know if that's true, but it's good. I'm glad.
It is 100%
I
true.
believe that you believe.
I
kid.
I love her music because it feeds my soul.
Natalie almost sounds like Munchausen by proxy in a mild form. I mean,
There's something she needs diagnosed. And like you said, I think contacting the authorities, because he might need a restraining order because this reality that she created in her head of why she got this tattoo and that she did it for him and all of this, that's not reality. And you have threatened that reality. And I'm concerned for OP.
as further evidenced by like, you not only have to walk on eggshells now if you were to stay in that situation, but like you accidentally dropped some spag bowl on her, and
Spaghetti bowl, I think, is what it.
okay,
I'm gonna start using that.
spag bowl. Can I have a spag bowl, please? But now, anytime you make a mistake, it's going to be that you did it on purpose and you did it to intentionally cause her harm, right? So, what a shanda.
We did hit the goal, and
What a shanda.
somebody said, "Candy, how excited were you whenever her and Trav got together?" Tony and I were on cloud 9 for fucking ever because our worlds collided. Our worlds fucking, like, we love the Chiefs, we love Taylor, and we put those things together, and it was just like,
Yeah,
And then-
we were already huge fans of both of them. I
And
say
then
they're on another tier.
He likes Taylor,
with
though.
Taylor. But it's like two things that we already loved and dedicated time and energy to came together, and it was like it happened just for us, or for them, kind of.
Tony has been a doubter for months.
Oh gosh,
Don't even
It's
come over
spaghetti
here with
bolognese,
your
okay.
spag bowl.
spag bowl. It's just spag bowl. Tony Spark, member for 25 months of the Gosh Heck Thunder Crew, says 6 teal supers to go on the goal there. We do have some thanks to give for hitting the goal on the TikTok side. Let's see if my voice can get us through this list. In particular order here, we got Sally and Holly in the number 1 spot at 568. Then we got Josh Sanderson. Now I'm going to be looking for it. 550. Adventures with Pam at 314. Then we got Sarah Barracuda, Anna Hartman, Mama Buffy, Wrong Pluto, Jelly 55, Melcy Jane, Aunt Sue, Sherry Sosa, Candy Thunder. Well, she's hot. Look at that. Sorry, I got distracted. AK Mary, Georgina Barlow, Sam Goofballs, Catherine Slate, Hello Kimmy. I am Bindi Luhu, Roseanne Crump, Violet Green, Amy Castro, Squidney, Anna, Snoops and Shasta. Naturally, ADB, Stienyuff, A. Robertson, Cindy Lou, Susan Winzel, Legs for Days, Mira BTT, Real Broad Zuba, Real Broad Zuba, that's what I said. Daisy Desserts, Jennifer in Texas, user 596168-249. I'm sorry, it's 429. Michael McDougal, or Michaela McDougal, I know that one. Jerry Lee Go Forth, Christian Museum Girl, River Sky, Grammy to 3, Scally Cat, Minions Den, Jape, Mama Silver, Natalie and Kansas Kitty, Lady Drizda, and Messy Bun Ma. Thank you guys so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. You have unlocked. What have they unlocked? We've unlocked a cake story. Hell yeah. And the next thing we're going to unlock is a mother-in-law story and a Tony Spark appearance. Mother-in-law and Tony Spark. Yeah, those two things are great together. Spaghetti bolognese. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know that there's a place it's like world famous. If you ever come through Joplin, Missouri, there's a place called Fred and Red's, and they have what's called spaghetti bread, which is like, instead of the traditional meat sauce or tomato sauce, it is chili. Chili and spaghetti. And this chili is kind of identified by the 3 inches of orange grease that separates up to the top whenever they give you the big thing of chili. It is like, we used to get it when I was a kid. I haven't had it in many years.
I've never eaten there.
It's really good, but you have to like have no plans for the next 3 days. That kind of thing.
I don't want to eat there.
We used to, when I was a kid, my folks used to get it quite a bit.
Do people like, is that like a thing? Like you have chili and you put it on spaghetti noodles?
Yeah. I mean, because it's not far off from like a meat sauce. It's just much less tomato and more other stuff. Chili, yeah.
More like chili powder.
Yeah.
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 And we make meat sauce when we make like with our spaghetti, but we normally use like angel hair or whatever that is supposed to be called now.
And we'll normally use turkey instead of beef. Turkey spaghetti.
I buy half size pasta.
I'm a twirler. I like to
He
twirl
likes
my
it.
spaghetti noodles. I like and I like to do it if I'm being real fancy. Like use the fork to twirl in the spoon. That's the way you're supposed to do it.
I was going for raw eye roll. I like to just eat it and like get my face down there and just
The whole rest of the family just sticks their face on the plate, and I'm just kidding. That's not how you do it. Only a couple of them do it that way.
We used to use normal spaghetti noodles, but then one time we got thin spaghetti, and then I was like, let's go thinner, and we went to angel hair, and I was like, I just love angel hair with garlic butter and pepper.
Agreed.
And it's so good just by itself, no sauce on it. So now I get like a little pile of plain noodles and then a pile of
just some butter noodles.
Yep.
Damn good.
So yummy.
Damn good. Damn good. Okay, we'll dive into the cake story that you guys have unlocked here. And looky here. We got a button for this. It's cake story time, y'all. Look at that.
I just have a visual aid to provide at a point in the story.
Okay. Tony Spark is standing by with a visual aid. Slightly concerning. Taylor Barnum dropping the 5 said, my boyfriend is a caller. He just called to talk about his Costco trip. And I answered with, sir, it's between 1 and 4 on a Wednesday. We talked about this. How can I help you? Freaking love it. Look, like I am offline for all requests between 1 and 4. Thank you very much. All right, here we go. Am I the astronaut for stealing a cake from Cold Stone? Cold Stone makes cakes? Cold Stone, the let me fuck a Butterfinger into it place, makes cakes?
Clearly, I'll be having to go to Northwest Arkansas to get this man a cake in
How
February.
did I not know about this? I don't know that I'd ever choose that over dirt cake. That's sacrilege.
okay.
But Cold Stone makes cakes? How can I love dirt cake but not Oreos and milk? It's because you got to save that, put a pin in that conversation and watch The Imperfect Storms on Sunday. And Taylor, I literally said, I'll call you back after Dusty Thunder. Hold that thought. All right, how's our poll doing, Mama? She's getting distracted. Oh, you're going to lose it. Oh, you're going to lose it.
It's got 13 seconds.
13 seconds left. Am I the astronaut for stealing a cake from Cold Stone? Like, you can't steal things, right? Don't do that. Just for stealing. I'm putting you at Ascon 2. Definitely shouldn't do that. But there's got to be more to the story here.
What a smattering of a poll. I'm just going to go down the whole list today.
Okay, let's hear the list.
ASCON 1, 9.4. ASCON 2, 22.64. ASCON 3, 16.9. ASCON 4, 9.4. NTA, 35%. ESH, 3%. And Black Hole, 1.8.
Aha.
The whole, I don't know that we've ever had a poll where
It was
that divided.
The Protect the Cakers gave the black hole there. Yeah. Yes. Had her drop the 5 on the YouTube side, said Dusty's brain short-circuited. It has happened several times today. Several. All right. So Tony's standing by with a visual aid. What is dirt cake, Michaela? It's magic in a bowl. It's the best unsmokable bowl there is. I'll put it to you that way. All right. Here we go. Am I the astronaut for stealing a cake from Cold Stone? Today is my 21 female brother's 17 male birthday, and we ordered him a cake from Cold Stone days ago. We wanted there to be writing on the cake, standard happy birthday with his name, and the cake was $65. Today, when we went to pick it up, the employee, probably in his teens, went to go get the cake, and when he came back, he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, it looks like the frosting got a little messed up." And then we looked at the cake. The cake was laughable. It looked like it had been written by a 5-year-old, and the fact that they charged $65 for it was a crime. Cake in question? Okay, the writing is the problem here, right? Yeah. It says, "Happy birthday, CJ?" Question mark.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, look, I worked in the bakery at Smitty's, then Albertsons, and I only did the piping writing when it was an emergency. But I could do better than that. I was pretty bad at it. Okay. So anyways, we were like absurdly not absurdly. So anyways, we were like, absolutely not. We're not taking this cake. You cannot give this to a customer. The employee kept saying, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. So we asked to speak to a manager. He said there was no manager there. So we asked if he could call them. He said that he didn't have their number. I'm sorry, you're alone in the store and you don't have your manager's number? So he called his bluff and said, well, what if there's an emergency? And he said, this isn't an emergency. Yeah, we get that. But do you have his number? We noticed in the cake freezer that you can just go grab cakes out of there. There was an identical cake with no writing on it. So my stepdad said, okay, we're just going to take this cake because we're not taking the cake, and we still paid for one. The employee said we couldn't do that, but with cake in hand, we said, then call your manager. He said he refused. So he left with the blank cake and left the other one there. Edit for clarity. This was out of the freezer the general public can take a cake out of. This was not someone else's cake. It was just one for general sale. And without writing on it, it was probably cheaper than the one that they had already paid for. It's still the same cake that we paid for. We just didn't want to take the one someone had butchered. We had a feeling the employee was the one who did it and didn't want to call his manager because he knew it was so bad and his fault. But you cannot expect someone who paid $65 for a cake to take that home. Are we the assholes for taking the other cake from the freezer? You are only the asshole, OP, for a misleading title.
Yeah, you did not steal a cake.
You didn't steal no cake.
You paid for the cake, and you took the cake that you paid for.
You clickbaited us, you bitch.
Who wrote that?
The title or that?
Both.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you could be an asshole to the Cold Stone Creamery kid for his writing, but your writing ain't much better with that title.
If you're gonna pay $65 for a cake, at least get your employees like a stencil or something that they can like. That was bad. I mean, that's bad. The J was crooked.
I don't even know that it was a J.
I'm not really
I don't
sure.
know that it was a C. It was like an E without the middle line. I'm like, whoa, what's happening here? It was laughable, and as you know, as an admin, or if I were the owner of that business, I would be so fucking embarrassed that I had an employee
100%.
try to force someone to take that home. Not even try to pass it off as passable, but try to force somebody to take it home. And then when they were like, yeah, we're not gonna take that. We'll take this identical cake that you didn't fuck up that's in the freezer for general sale right here. And he's like, oh, you can't do that. I'm like, really?
Because that means he has to explain why he has this cake that says
Yes.
Happy Birthday, CJ.
Yeah, so he's got to go. Well, the smart move on his part right now would be to take it back to the back and make a fucking work of art. But
Just scrape it off and smooth out the icing. And
unfortunately, these would-be customers already took a photo of your blunder, so you're fucked, dude.
it lives forever on the internet.
The one thing you could have done differently here, OP, and I'm really, really, really sad you didn't do, is to drop a quarter or a dollar in their jar. Because anytime you drop anything in that jar, they have to sing and dance.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing.
At Cold Stone?
At Cold Stone.
I've dropped money in there. I've never seen a song.
They're
and dance.
supposed to, well, at least sing, maybe not dance. Help me out. Do you guys,
Welcome to
that's a thing,
Mars.
right? That's a thing. Yeah. No, I think if you put anything in there, they have to like break out on song. There's a whole comedy bit about it.
I don't even know.
It used to be. Oh, they got rid of that?
That
Boo.
reminds me of like the
Probably because of this kid.
on Shrek when they're like do-lot or whatever the song.
Oh, yes.
That's what it where you like put the money in. Do-lot is Cold Stone is.
Lord Farquaad's.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The little people
That's
in the
fantastic.
thing.
We used to do that.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
Brandon,
awesome.
yeah. So yeah, you had
I've
to do
never
it like-
seen that in my life. Never even knew it.
I've only heard about it. I've been to like one Cold Stone Creamery because we don't have them around here.
I used to love the birthday cake stuff at Cold Stone. Like, fucking love it.
We don't have fancy stuff like that here. We just have stones.
It was way back in the
cold
day.
stones.
Is it Do-Lot? Do-Lot?
Do-lot. All right, Tony Spark is going to do a special performance of it when he comes up here.
Oh
Speaking
my
of,
gosh.
how are we doing our
String teaser.
How are we doing on our goals right now? The finger heart goal looks like it is about 3/4 of the way through, so we got a little ways to go here.
Yeah.
Say it again. 15, 18 out of
Story.
2,500. We are getting there. And on the YouTube side, we're at 11 out of 15 already. So that one, YouTube side, is going to unlock a spicy story and confetti. And TikTok side, your second goal that you're on your way to unlocking here is for a mother-in-law story and a Tony Spark appearance. Mother-in-laws and Tony goes together like Chase and Cham.
Can we do that as a stream teaser?
Do what is
The do lot
Lord
is.
Farquaad's? Okay. Sure.
We can all like.
It's going to take some production time, but yeah, a lot of green screening, but we can make that happen. We can make that happen for sure. Okay, guys, let me get a little bit of catch up on the TikTok side, and we'll dive into our regularly scheduled stories here. Get them finger hearts for a Tony dance. There you go. Procrastinate, dropping them there. Jules, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Finally get to see the stream. It's been a minute. Love you both. Thanks for being awesome. JD, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. I've seen that bit on Family Guy. Never heard of Cold Stone except for Steve Austin. I can't remember who the comic was that talked about it. It seems like a Michael Mulaney kind of thing. John Mulaney. I don't know. John Mulaney. Yeah. I think it was a John Mulaney thing. God's Blessed Wonder Woman dropping the 2 said, sounds like an exchange, not theft. 100% wasn't stealing. And if anything, I think you probably paid for the customization of it, right? So the decorationless cake or nameless cake was probably a few bucks cheaper at least. Had to drop in the 5 bomb says, had to switch my phone to watch the stream while I make beef chorizo, sloppy Joe. That actually sounds pretty damn good. Sloppy Joe, sloppy Joe. Procrastinating again there, Natalie and Pixie. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. Stone Cold Steve Austin, not Cold Stone. Good golly, Miss Molly. That's hilarious. All right, here we go, ladies and gents. Quick sip. Lorelei dropping the 103 finger hearts there. Hell yeah. She wants to see Tony Spark dance. We all do. Here's our next story. Will I be the astronaut if I tell my brother I don't want his fiance at our movie nights? Would you like to start a poll, love? Poll time. Will I be the astronaut if I tell my brother I don't want his fiance at our movie nights? That'd be a hard thing to do because now it's going to be excluding one person. I'm sure there's a very good reason for it, OP. But it's going to be a hard thing to do. I'm going to say she probably deserves it, but I'm going to say this is probably going to be an ESH, and I think you're probably at a 3 for this. You should have done it differently. But let's find out. Let's find out. Becca, wait, guys, what's Black Hole? It's new. Yeah, it's one step past Ask on One. It is like never come back from, unforgivable, the worst of the worst. It has its own animation and everything. It's a BFD. If somebody hits Black Hole here, like, that's a thing. That's a thing. Oof. Meg's World dropping the hundo and 1. Thank you so much, Mama Buffy. Madam Maeve, thank you. What's up, Grandma Shark? How are you? Got some ESH. Wonder if she talks the entire time, LOL. Oh, probably.
It is another smattering, but I'll just do the top 3. NTA 30%, ESH 26%, and ASCON 3 16%.
All righty. There we go. A smattering. That's our word of the week.
That's why I love that word.
And
Thank
it
you.
came from
David Rose,
David Rose.
Dan Levy.
Actually, I haven't eaten yet, so I'll just take I'll bring you a slider. More than one. And there were several sides, just a smattering of everything, lady. So fun.
That basically, that describes me as a person and an eater.
Tater Thunder is very much a David Rose. She's like a mixture of David Rose and Alexis, somehow. Interesting. All right, here we go. Will I be the astronaut if I tell my brother I don't want his fiance at our movie nights? Mine 27, brother 30, and I have been having movie nights once a month since we were kids, or sometimes book clubs if we don't feel like watching a movie but have read the same book. His fiance, 29, Kelly, has joined us in the past year, and I'll be honest, I hate it. Not her. She's nice and a lovely person in any other context, but watching movies /series /cartoons with her or even talking about the books is a terribly tiring experience. Every time my brother and I talk about why a character did something, she just says the director or creator wanted it that way, or this action just fit the scene, or the narrative needed the character to do this and feel that. Another time, my brother and I were watching an animated movie, and at one point I started crying because there was a really sad scene with a child being attacked by their parents. My brother was also sad, but then I noticed Kelly staring at the TV completely blank. I thought she wasn't having fun, so I asked her about it. She said she was having fun. So I asked her if she didn't like this character. I tried to have a conversation with her. She said the character was okay. So wasn't she sad? It's a fictional character. Why would I be sad for them? Like, she didn't say it maliciously. She looked genuinely surprised when I asked her about it. This made me start observing her a little more closely during the shows, and then I noticed that she actually doesn't react at all. Whether something is funny or sad, she always looks at it with the same expression. And when she talks about what we watched, she focuses more on the animation, acting, and voice actors, etc. I tried to adopt her taste and start playing more comedies, musicals, movies that she called her favorites. But even then, I can only describe her expressions during the movie as straight-faced. She claims that she's having fun, but the monotonous with which she talks about everything and the way that she reacts really makes me feel uncomfortable, as if Kelly was forced to be there. And I have to say again, I like her. In any other way, she's a really nice person. She's helped me many times in the past, and I feel like she's the one of those people who really listens when you tell them something. I wouldn't say she lacks empathy for other people either. She's just completely different from me in that one aspect, and it doesn't really work. And it actually irritates me more and more, and I don't want it to get worse. That's why I'm thinking about talking to my brother, but I'm afraid he'll be offended or that I am overreacting. Okay. Before the edits, I do want to chat about this for a second. My first thought here was she's definitely a neurodivergent, right? And it can be just this is the way that she absorbs movies. Or it could be that in a previous time, maybe she was doing film school or more involved in the creative side of things. And the more production involved you are, the more likely you're going to be to focus on that watching a movie.
I was going to say it's more like people who absorb the lyrics or people who absorb the music.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. She says she's a great person. She doesn't lack empathy, all of these things. I would say look at what you're reacting to and like, your reactions are your own, and policing how your brother's fiance is reacting to a movie is not something that you should concern yourself with, in my opinion. And it's like you like her as a person, and sometimes we have our quirks, and you got to take the good with the bad. And I'm not saying that what she's doing is bad, but like in your mind it is. But sometimes people are just quirky, and sometimes we're different. And even though those differences you may not understand, that doesn't mean that it is wrong. Like, it doesn't mean that what Kelly is doing in that moment is a wrong thing to do.
Yeah. So it may be here, like what I feel like would be the best possible outcome from this is that you, OP, realize that that she's very different from you in this aspect, which you already know, but be fascinated by that instead of disgusted by it.
Right.
If you could be fascinated by this and learn from it, like somebody who sees something completely different when they look at something than I see it, I want to be like, okay, I saw it. What did you see?
Right.
And then you have somebody with a completely different experience that you could learn from and grow from, but I don't think that's what you're wanting here. The movie time that you have with your brother right now is really like a bonding quality time.
I think you're scrutinizing her more because it's impacting the quality time you had with your brother.
And that's a different conversation, right? It's not about how she's perceiving that or how she absorbs that. It's about it being different and not comforting for you. And because that's like a comfort thing for the two of you, that's the conversation I feel like you need to have with your brother and be like, hey, I think I've realized that this has been a comfort thing for me this whole time. And it's less comforting when she's here. How do you feel? Like, has it changed for you? And just be honest about your feelings and then see what your brother's feelings there are too. Maybe you can come to some kind of common agreement to have some things or some of those instances or movie nights that are just you guys. But I would urge you to start looking at how she experiences this differently as not a negative and not a weakness just because it's different than yours, because you could learn a lot from this and she could learn a lot from yours. And I believe that she's enjoying it and absorbing it. She's probably just absorbing it in a very, very, very different way.
Which doesn't mean that it's wrong.
Not at all. Not at all. But I think your disgust comes from it's different. It feels different. It's not the comfort food it was before. I think it is probably, rocking the boat on your quality time just in a way that you don't really realize yet. But talk to your brother and see if there's a shared feeling that the quality of that time together has changed. And then maybe you guys can figure something out, but you got to talk it through first.
Right.
And I would not mention this. Don't do any of that. Don't
Don't critique her behavior
Don't
at this
critique
point.
your brother's fiance's behavior. Yes, I agree. Like, it's just going to come across as negative, and he's going to probably get defensive on her behalf, and that would be a bad move.
I don't think, obviously, like, these are your feelings at this point. So without the edit, I don't think anyone is really an asshole at this point.
No, I think it's a misunderstanding.
I think OP's working on what they're feeling and what they're seeing. And I hope that you got some honest, like, engaging feedback from Reddit. But let's read the edit and see what happens.
No assholes at the moment, so if you have to poop, you're in trouble. All right, here's the edit. Because I feel like I didn't make myself clear, no, Kelly doesn't behave like this in other situations. She's usually more lively and emotional in conversations, and she also likes to joke around, which makes it even more awkward when all of our conversation about movies are like this. Me, I really like that moment when, brother, yeah, I preferred it when this and that happened, although I can't understand why. Her, it was just the creator's intention, that's why. An awkward moment of silence. Me or brother, so that moment in the movie, I wonder what the character felt when, she, still monotonous, that's what the creator wanted. The music was sad, so the character was probably sad too. Another silence. Me or my brother, so, that last scene was really funny, and her, still monotonous, yes, it was. Moment of silence. That's the edit. Okay. So I get it, it's different. But I don't think anything changes from the conversation we just have, except I would say that you're creeping toward being the asshole because this is your focus. And if you make her being different your focus here, and yeah, maybe like you guys are used to having this conversation where you can dive in and dive deep and speculate. And because you have similar worldviews, because you've lived similar lives, you can really do that with like a shared mind kind of focus, right? You have somebody who has a very, very different viewpoint of everything right here. And yeah, she's kind of cock blocking the conversation.
Right.
And putting a stop to it when you want to keep investigating further. I understand that, but still the focus is on the comfort time that you had with your brother before. That's being threatened because it's different here. Make that your focus of conversation and do talk to your brother.
I think, yeah. Or even the conversation that you're having where she's saying that's how the creator wanted it. You could just say something like, I like that you focus on the creator. But with that aside, what did you think about the actor or who played this or something to further the conversation if that's what you're after?
Yeah,
I can't really tell what OP is after, if it's the quality time with brother or the conversation stemming from what they're doing. But either way, there are things that you could do to stoke that conversation, or just watch the movie and not your brother's fiance.
Yeah.
Quit looking at her face for something that you want to see and just let her be a person.
And if you want to try to meld those experiences together, when she says, that's what the director or creator wanted, simply say, why would they want that?
Yeah. Stoke the fire.
Get her diving in that direction. What's up, Tony Spark? So Tony Spark has a comment here. Is this your comment?
No, so somebody, that old part is somebody commented.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. So here is a comment and response. Commenter says, why not just keep including her as if she's a relevant part of the conversation? OP responds, you see, the thing is, I've really tried. Like, I really want her to feel like she's part of the conversation. No matter what I do, she always says something that just shuts down the whole discussion and leaves both my brother and me sitting in silence because we don't know what to say anymore. Like, I really feel like I'm talking to a teenager who's in the phase of saying, whatever to everything. But instead, this is a grown woman who in every other situation is lovely and kind. But in this situation, she decided to act like she just came back from a funeral and could say that nothing matters. Even when I try to focus more on what my brother is saying, she still comes back with the same lines. Sometimes I feel like I could grab her by the arm and say, listen, I appreciate your perspective and I really like you, but please let me talk about these characters as if they had real feelings. I understand that they don't for you, but I really want to have this conversation, please. And she would still say something like, but they're fictional. Why do you care? This is what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object.
I mean, I get it. OP's normal, like his normal is being threatened. His routine, what he's comfortable or she, what they're comfortable with. I understand the feelings of frustration. I still don't think anyone is an asshole. I think that this is, I
agree. I think this is cause for a conversation with your brother. But like at this point, what you're seeing as an annoyance, I see as a challenge. I'm like, okay, either there's something that OP has experienced that forced this direct line of separation of movies are not real. Right? Like OP seems, or not OP, girlfriend here is like fiance is trying really hard to enforce this line for herself that movies are not real.
Yeah, maybe in 6th grade she watched a really scary movie and then she was afraid to step on the shower drain because a clown might fucking come out of it and attack her. So she just made this thing in her head that said movies aren't real and they're just painting whenever the stuff comes on the screen, and then blah 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 blah. That's a real story.
Find that out. There's a real fucking feeling and mystery and character that you can dive into. Like there's something to
My
be
trauma surrounding the original It.
to be done. Yeah, there's something to be done there, though. You know what I mean? Ann and Bracker dropped the Tim Mom said, I received a beautifully autographed Ask on Scale poster earlier this week. Dusty Thunder swag is only surpassed by KU basketball Chiefs and Taylor Swift swag, but only barely. Thank you so much. Also, that's a pretty long list of things to have after only surpassed by.
Do you remember when the clown came out of the drain in the freaking bathroom
She's still
at the
going
school? Fucking just popped right out of it.
Mick Hay dropping the 5 said, Teal super chat because I want to hear the spicy story. Hey, we did hit that 15 out of 15. Hatter dropping the 5. Mr. Hatter never had a sloppy Joe before, so I decided to make him. Yesterday I made stroganoff, and sadly he forgot his lunch.
Maybe watch a documentary, someone said.
There you go.
Then it is real life.
There you go.
Maybe that would stoke a fire.
See, it's a challenge for you. But if you don't want a challenge, if you want a comfort thing, talk to your brother.
Oh, and I can watch the movie It now, like the original with no issues whatsoever. I actually find it funny now.
You know those TikTok videos where the husband and wife like jump scare each other, like they'll hide in some way and then film their partner just
Content coming to a screen near you. Compliments
And,
of Dusty Thunder.
and then they jump out and scare the shit out of them. We were watching one of those.
Someone put that fucking frog in the freezer.
We were watching one of those, and I was like, I would rock this and scare you. Like I would be so good at this.
Why? You guys are fucking assholes. Turn it off.
And she says,
Why are you guys so fucking mean?
she says, you would be great at it. We should do it. So we're going to start doing that. We're going to start doing that.
I was just talking about being scared.
No, it was I had to take the shot. I had to take the shot. You're talking about jump scares and being scared.
Whose side are you on? Because it feels like you were on his side.
Well, I
You entertained me. You had me looking at you.
I didn't know he was going to do that.
Oh, feels fucking intentional.
I didn't know.
You gotta go home with me.
It was just serendipitous
You're
timing.
the one that has to clean my fucking pants.
It was serendipitous timing, that's all. Serendipitous timing. Oh my gosh. Sahas Rallis said with the $5 super on the YouTube site, some people don't like watching horror movies with me because I laugh at inappropriate times and jump scares. It was a double cross. It was a double cross. I didn't know. I genuinely didn't know.
I saw your eyes. They darted for a minute. You knew he was coming.
I knew he was walking over. I didn't know he had a confetti cannon in his hand. I had no idea. I promise. I had no idea. We got to give some thanks on the TikTok side here as well. Let me set a new goal on the YouTube side because y'all rocked that one out. You have unlocked a spicy story in confetti. Look at that. Would you just look at it? And TikTok side has unlocked a mother-in-law story and a Tony Spark appearance. Hey, yo. Couldn't help it, kid you? Couldn't help it. You're like, oh, I'll let you clean off your own confetti for 30 seconds until I can't afford. So, is that why? YouTube, we're going for 15 super chats, 2 and up this time for a shirt change and an AMA. Good to show off some of the new swag. Some of the new swaggy swag. Can I get a gift list from you, Mamacita? The voice is starting to disappear, y'all. I have to wet the whistle. All right, in particular here for hitting the figure heart goal on the TikTok side. Very comfy, the number 1 spot here. Sam Goofball is dropping the 6.5K. Hot damn. Overkill Mill in the number 2 spot at 2.1K. Hot damn. And Meg's World here in the number 3 spot at 755. Thank you guys so much. Top 3 kicking ass. Then we got Josh Sanderson in the number 4 spot at 750. We got Lorelei in the number 5 spot. Sarah Barracuda, Sally and Holly, Melcy Jane, Mama Buffy, Lavishing Elizabeth. Words were really hard right then. I'm sorry. Madam Maeve, Tina Shalsey, Shira Sosa, Adventures with Pam, Aunt Sue, Hello Kimmy, Daisy Desserts, Amy Castro, Michaela McDougal, Miss Helene, Natalie and Kansas Kitty, Brujodeski, Jerry Lee Go Forth, Procrastinate, Stephanie Cockrum, and Swishnanigans. Thank you guys so much for the love. Appreciate that. Sam coming in and carrying a large load of that single-handedly. Our top 3 was kicking ass. Kicking ass. All right, let me set up the new... Oh, Caden Thunder's on top of setting up the new one there. So, how would you like to approach this, Tony Spark? You want to come on first and chat?
Sure.
All right, that's good. I have to pee a little bit. All right, so here he is, ladies and gentlemen. You know him, you love him.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spark.
Love is a strong word.
Love is a strong word. Oh,
No, I love you.
listen,
I do.
you can't have a conversation about jump scares and doing that, and then it was just the timing. The door opened, and I just walked through.
If it hadn't been me, I would have been very impressed. But because it was me,
It was great.
I'm mildly salty and 20% impressed.
I mean,
And obviously, you can clip it for a short.
I'll take 20% because that's
Caden's, I've already clipped it.
Caden's like it's already done.
It's already uploaded.
Posted. Hello, people. Oh, you didn't tell them what I said. How do I turn your camera on? Which one's the thing? This one? No. Where are you?
Oh, is it that?
Is it tater though?
I don't know. Push the big potato.
Is it a potato?
I think so.
I thought it was a peanut.
Yeah, that's it. Oh,
I
the
I
kid
said that her outfit today.
Oh yeah, it's a romp.
She said that it was. Would you say you felt like you were in jail or prison or
Yeah,
something?
it's a romp. It's a one-piece romper.
Well, with the stripes, I was like, it's very prison chic. I was like,
He called my outfit prison chic.
I was like, it looks like what Martha Stewart would have worn while she was in like a white collar prison or something. Like it's very like it's got the stripes, but it's also like neutral tones and nice. Okay, I can tell you want the squad. I don't know how to go back.
The fact that you called it prison chic is the best thing
I don't know
ever.
how to go back.
Um,
Is it bass?
yeah. There you go.
I'm pushing buttons and Dusty's not here. There's a lot going on there. Oh, brother, where art thou? It is. Yeah, there you go. I love that movie. I just watched that movie the other day. It's so good. Isn't she? Grey Dragon Fox with the super W Tony. Thanks. We love you too. Thanks. And of course, Candy. Yeah. Listen, I had to do it. Somebody asked if it was still lake season. It is not lake season anymore.
Can't you see his tan fading?
I know. It's still kind of there. You're still like I feel like you're pretty tan still.
You are fading like a Back to the Future photograph.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But it's still warm though.
It's
we're
hot
in
right now.
we're in second summer right now. Cuz we went through false fall where we had like a week or so where it was like cool and rainy and kind of cold. Now we're back into second summer because it's been like 90s for the last like 2 weeks, so it's pretty warm. But the problem is the water at the lake has gotten cold. I've also got a lot going on, so I am going to the lake this weekend though. But it's the sad part of going to the lake where you put things up, like take boats out of the water and cover things up, and that's the end for that. Everybody having a good day? Everybody just chilling on a Wednesday? What?
Tell me to put an ice cube up my butt.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if anybody's watched the Charlie Sheen documentary on Netflix yet, but you learn some things about what you can do with an ice cube. Apparently, if you need to focus, he was having some troubles, and because he was intoxicated while filming and couldn't get his lines right or couldn't get his things right, he needed to focus, and he went into the bathroom and shoved an ice cube somewhere, and it brought him some focus, and he was very
Butterstick ice cube.
yeah, but it's pretty interesting. There's some crazy stories in that. It's very interesting. Charlie Sheen. How he's still alive is kind of
I didn't know he was still alive.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
not the frozen prison wallet.
Oh my gosh. This is like the butter
Focus
thing.
and
Like him and
frostbite,
Butter Guy
yeah.
could be
Yeah.
friends.
They wouldn't mix together.
Butter and water now.
Are y'all gonna watch? Are y'all gonna watch Love Island games? No.
No. I'm taking a Love Island
Caden-
break.
Caden-
Yes. I haven't even watched the most recent season of Love Island because everybody was kind of like traumatized around here from that. So I decided to just kind of sit that one out. Yeah. So that's I kind of decided to sit that out. It was a pretty good. I thought the Charlie Sheen documentary was really interesting. Yeah. But anyway,
You ready?
sure.
Are you ready?
Anyway, bye guys. You should go follow at Tony Spark _
Tech
and
nine.
go Chiefs.
It's like the beginning of the Red Kingdom song. I said, "Are you ready?" It made me think of the. It's like what? Are you ready for it? Yes. 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 You want to see the potato peanut button? What did you talk about the tater button?
We said it looked like a peanut.
I don't know if I can.
You can't see it.
You can kind of see it. It's right. Yeah, this one right here. Oh, you thought it was a peanut?
It looks like a peanut.
No, it is a peanut. Yeah, it was the peanut gallery. That was the original thought behind it. I was looking at it and I'm like, fuck, why is it a peanut? I have no idea why I chose that. Right, yes, absolutely. We 100% plan on it. Normally, during lake season, Tony Spark wears his coral colored shirt more often because it brings his tan out. He's wearing muted tones that pull his eye color out today. Yeah, on purpose, obviously. Obviously. All the folders, yep, Pluto, yeah. Now, you guys told me I could do folders, yeah. Gray Dragon, thanks so much. All right, where am I headed here, Tony Spark? My producer's not paying attention. Mother-in-law reward story. Okay, y'all ready? Are you ready? I chewed up a cough drop, a honey Mucinex cough drop real quick, drank some water, took a shot of Monster Tea. Candy Thunder got me a couple of ibuprofen because I feel like I might be running a little bit of a fever. We'll see. The show must go on.
Read the fucking story.
Yes, ma'am.
Lights, camera, bitch, smile. AITA for a while.
All right, here we go. Mother-in-law reward story. Unbearable mother-in-law, please help. Sounds like something you'd see like written on a car window. I'm a new mom and have been with my husband for a few years. When we first got together, his mom and I had a good relationship, even met for coffee a few times alone and used to text. Looking back, she was almost too nice, and it seems fake if that makes sense. I'm not 100% sure what happened, but as soon as I got pregnant, something switched. She told my husband she felt like she was bothering me, so she stopped making any effort. She used the excuse that it took me a few hours to text her back during pregnancy, so she never texted me again. But I tried to include her and the in-laws in my pregnancy with updates. I have a feeling she got upset she didn't get her way during my pregnancy. She demanded to be in the delivery room and wanted to attend doctor's appointments, but when I said no, she seemed upset by that. One of her own children has cut her off. And I've seen her post stuff about how my mother-in-law is a narcissist. After the baby arrived, she's been awful to be around and seems to be trying to assert her dominance and downplay my role as a mom. She invites herself over to our home 1 to 2 times a week, and while she's here, makes nasty comments that seem to fly over my husband's head. She just has an awful energy, and I feel sick. Sorry. She just has awful energy, and I feel sick after these visits, but I don't trust her without me around due to her not respecting boundaries. I don't feel comfortable letting my husband bring the baby to her home or leaving the house while she's here. I asked him not to kiss the baby and she completely ignored that boundary. She's also made so many weird comments to me. Just to give you an idea, she's commented on my weight and looks during pregnancy. She told me she's surprised I'm doing such a good job as a mom because I'm not as mature as my husband on my first Mother's Day. Gives unsolicited advice, refused to give my baby back while crying. I've started grabbing him back now. 1 month postpartum, she told me I need to start cooking and came over to give me a cooking lesson. During this, she started talking about my husband's ex-fiance and told me she wants to come live next door to us to be closer to the baby. She comes into her home and immediately tries to snatch the baby, which often upsets him. It feels like she has no regard for me or even wants a relationship with me anymore. She's just trying to have a do-over baby. On top of this, she's been overbearing. On top of this, the first couple of weeks postpartum, she overstayed her visits and was of zero help. Even called herself Mama once before I confronted my husband, and thankfully it never happened again. Today she came over and I was really trying my hardest to be nice. She was holding the baby and asked, "Is Mom taking good care of you?" Her tone was so nasty. I was fuming. Then later on, she was holding him again and was watching me in the kitchen. She made a joke that he needs to be watching her instead of me. I am 100% aware I have a husband problem. I've had many discussions with him surrounding his mother and even told him I see divorce in our future if I have to keep dealing with his mom's behavior without his defending me. I truly feel like she's a narcissist and have also recruited my sister-in-laws to go against me and has also words are hard. I truly feel she's a narcissist and has also recruited my sister-in-laws to go against me as well because they've been rude and excluding me since I got pregnant. My husband has confronted his mom several times, but she cries crocodile tears and guilt trips him. We're considering moving about an hour away, which would lessen her visits, but I just feel so angry at how I've been treated postpartum and her lack of respect for me as a mom, especially because it feels she has... I'm just inserting words that don't exist at this point. Okay, words are hard. Hitting the official fucking button here. Give me 10 seconds to let my brain just... And then error-free for the rest of the story. We got this, right? We got this. Especially because she has several children and knows how it feels. I've completely stopped reaching out to her and only see her when she comes over, but I am losing my mind. My husband is the golden retriever type and sees no wrong in anyone ever, which I love but hate in this situation. He has definitely distanced himself from her and his family somewhat, but I feel trapped knowing she will come at least once a week and stay for hours. Please help. Edited to add, thankfully, she never comes over to visit while my husband is not home, but the visits are still brutal. She has my husband's location and checks to see when he's home so she can drop by. Made it.
Definitely consider very strongly moving because I think that's a great idea to protect your peace. Why are there so many mother-in-laws that act like this? Like, why are there... And then the sister-in-laws chiming in.
Oh,
and then
she's got narrative control with them. Who fucking cares about them?
I want to know if the other child that is no contact with mother-in-law is another son. Because I feel like mother-in-law is trying to, like, the backhanded compliments, the pettiness, the passive-aggressive bullshit. Like, it is taxing, and it's hard to be around people like that, and it really does, like...
There's still music playing right now? Hold up. Can I get a sound check from in-office team? Oh, that's not right. That's not the right button at all.
I don't hear any music on mine. No music.
Okay.
I think in order for this to go successful, though, hubby's going to have to step up.
We got to talk about hubby. And OP knows she has a hubby problem, but...
When you're postpartum and having to deal with all this, like, and it's not even your mom, this is your husband's mom. One, turn off the fucking location and make sure that she checks with both of you before coming over because it's both of your homes. It's not just your husband's home. Your husband has to put a stop to this. Like, this is not something that you should have to do or need to do because it's going to cause even more drama if she is the one that has to put her foot down.
Okay, so we have to address this because OP knows this. And OP has even told hubby this, who has made some effort. He has made improvements here, but OP has gone as far to say, I see divorce in our future if I have to keep dealing with this. Here's the big problem I see with this OP. It's a moving goalpost. Right now, it's if I have to keep doing it, not if it happens after X date, or if it happens one more fucking time, or there has to be some finality there. It has to be a fucking SMART goal, right? It has to be definite, because right now it's very vague. If I have to keep dealing with this, for how long? 5 years, 10 years, 1 year, 2 days? You haven't specified. So he's been able to get away with not 100% fixing it, because you left a little bit of wiggle room in how you're communicating it to him. So get specific first. And also, when you get specific in that communication to him, make sure you communicate the things that have to stop happening. Yes, she comes over 1 to 2 times per week because she's tracking his location. He still has to be the one to open the fucking door. He still has to be the one to let her in the fucking house. Guests in your home are a 2 yes, 1 no vote structure. She is not allowed in the house if you say no. That's how it should be. These are things that you have to have a specific conversation about, though. I understand where you're at, and you're trying to not be a hard ass and be like, this is the way. But at this point, you have to be, because your tactic to this point has not worked. You have to be 100%. This is specifically what has to fucking happen. And if it doesn't, we will get divorced. And that's it. That's the only choice you have. Sorry, I just went off.
No, it was great. It was great advice, I think. And I don't know that anything else needs to be added. I think that what you said is accurate and on point. And if husband doesn't step up, he needs to ask himself, what is more important for the future? My family that I have created, or my mom who was overbearing?
Yeah.
And he knows these things about his mom.
He's made some changes, but
Yeah.
and then it trickles down, right? Like, she has to be specific with him. He has to be specific with his mother and create actual fucking boundaries. And it has to be a boundary with a consequence. Because right now, mom knows she's got just enough wiggle room to be able to come over, at least when he's there. She'll let him in. And when they talk about it, she cries crocodile tears because she knows it'll work at least part of the time, right? There's too much fucking wiggle room going on here. If you are truly that close to divorce, say that and fucking mean it. That's the bottom line. And hubby, if you are truly trying to save your marriage and create a true boundary with your mother, fucking say that and fucking mean it. And grandma, quit trying to ruin your son's marriage and quit trying to ruin the life of your daughter-in-law, because she is the mother of the grandbaby that you are so desperately and grossly trying to steal a relationship with.
Nailed it, babe.
If you could be, I know this is going to be a fucking leap, and I know this is going to be like the wildest suggestion you have heard all day, mother-in-law, but if you could be an actual DFHB, if you could be an actual good person and actually treat her well and actually form a stable, healthy, real relationship with her, you could have a much stronger relationship with your grandbaby. Fucking shocking, isn't it?
I know that she said she doesn't want to leave the baby with mother-in-law. She doesn't want her husband
Doesn't
take
trust
it.
her.
So leave with your baby. Take the baby out of the equation. Let
Ooh,
husband.
when she comes over,
Yeah, let husband have his time with his mom. He can deal with that. He can whatever. But leave with the baby. Say, "Oh, I'm sorry, we already have plans.
we have a
Gotta
play
go."
date. We have a
Yeah.
play date to attend.
We're doing this. We're doing that." Even if you're just going to
You
your
two-
friend's house or your mom's
You
house,
two
like,
have fun.
yeah, I'm sorry. You should have checked with me before you came over, since I'm staying home and scheduling all these things with the baby. Sorry,
I like
gotta
it.
go. I would have a bag packed, ready and waiting, and it wouldn't be the diaper bag. It would be the fucking mother-in-law bag. So you have everything you need in that bag ready to go. You don't even have to hesitate.
You have a go bag.
Yep. And if, when she comments on it, be like, you should have checked with me. Next time, text me and I'll let you know if we have something going on.
I like it.
Do not let this woman get under your skin. Do not let this woman control
Okay.
any aspect, because if you let the bully in, the bully has control, and that's what they fucking want. And that's what she's doing. Like passive aggressive, petty,
It's like a-
backhanded bullshit bullying. Do not let her under your skin. Do not let her know like any of it, because and in my head, I'm like, she doesn't win. Post mama mommy wins.
Okay,
because-
which we do need to address here, because although it is your
Well,
husband's
post
responsibility,
part of mommy.
yes, it is your husband's responsibility to create this boundary and enforce it, because it is his mother. You are still going to have to fight that battle alongside him, and you know it, because she will try to take advantage of him. So yes, all the things here, make it as hard as possible for her to defeat him. Like, you guys are going to have to be a team here.
Yep.
Okay, we got to rock to the next story here. I know we're low on time, and I've been farting around because that's what I do. So a little bit of catch up here. Mackenzie, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate the love. Candy Thunder has great ideas. Great ideas.
I'm a petty bitch.
Great ideas. Great ideas from a petty bee. Okay, so what else do we have to make good on here? We have a spicy story to do as well. Okay. Gotcha. Spicy story. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for one of these. You have a thought? Okay. Here is the spicy reward story. This one is, am I the astronaut for telling my wife why our daughter doesn't trust her? See you, dude. Caden Thunder is out for the day. We are short on time, so I will just bounce right into this. Am I the astronaut for telling my wife why our daughter does not trust her? Lurker here. Wait, what? Lurker here. So for the last few years, me, 36, and my wife, 34, have had a very strained relationship due to the way my daughter and wife interact. It started when my daughter was 13. She came to her mother and confided her feelings about our family friend's son. My wife decided that this was too cute to share and told everyone during a family barbecue, including the boy. Oh, shit.
What? Too cute not to share.
Quickest way. Yeah, too cute not to share. I assume that's what they meant. But quickest way to turn your teenage kid against you, 100%. Yeah, like shortcut to villain mode here. This embarrassed my daughter, and I told my wife to stop as this made our daughter upset, but my wife justified it at the time because they were just kids. I've always known my wife had a hard time keeping secrets, but I thought she would have at least tried since this was a touchy subject, especially for a growing teenager with her first real crush. After this incident, I started noticing things like this more, like my wife openly telling everybody our daughter's business. Admittedly, most of these incidents were unnoticed by me for years because they were usually conversations between my wife and her friends when I wasn't around, and she didn't like it when I interrupted girl time. However, I'm noticing more now, like my wife telling everyone about my daughter's business, like texts, phone calls, and other secrets that she told her mom in the past when believing they wouldn't be told. As everything progressed, my daughter started getting closer to me more, and I became the default parent who deals with medical issues, school drama, and crushes. This has upset my wife because my daughter refuses to have girl talk with her anymore and is usually cold and doesn't like spending time with her. My wife decided to try to punish our daughter after finding out she got her first boyfriend and wasn't told. Our daughter is 16 now, and I don't feel like it's necessary to punish her for these things when she has made a conscious decision to protect her privacy. I know she still loves her mom, but I understand not sharing things she doesn't want to get spread or blown out of proportion. I came home to my wife yelling at our daughter and demanding her phone, her laptop, etc., all over this situation, which made me very angry because my daughter was in tears, and she is still my little girl and doesn't deserve to be punished over something her own mother caused. I told my wife to leave her alone and that we would talk, but I also told her to give back the items, which my wife refused to do and started screaming at me in front of our daughter, something I do not like. I like to have calm conversations away from our daughter to prevent making her feel scared or uncomfortable. Eventually, after multiple attempts to calm her down so we could discuss this properly, she grabbed my arm and started digging her nails into my skin. Holy fuck.
What the fuck?
And I had enough by then. I started ranting about how she always told our daughter's business to people, how basically the whole family and friends around us know everything about our daughter's personal life and medical history, and then I told her it was her fault our daughter doesn't trust her anymore, which made my wife start crying, and she locked herself in the bedroom while I started comforting our daughter and went out to get her some dinner. But now I'm home, and I'm getting some serious silent treatment for my wife, and I'm wondering if I could have possibly said something different. But I'm tired of her blaming our daughter every time she doesn't get told something. Okay, there's an edit to this. Before the edit, let's fucking talk about this for a second, because what the fuck.
No, Mom.
I'll
No.
be damned. It's the consequences of my own actions, which I don't like, which I'm trying to take out on my child. And then when the responsible parent steps in and is like, hey, you're trying to take out your own bullshit on a child, she gets physical with you, which is
Like so far over the line. That is not okay.
way. And now, what's the one funny thing about this OP is that, like, you went out to get dinner, now you're back home, and you're like, she's giving me some serious silent treatment.
You need to be considering more than just caring about a silent treatment, because
That's the least of your problems.
I didn't get that part either. Your wife is trying to make this entire thing about her and not about your daughter, not about the hurt that she caused, not about the inability to keep a secret, the inability to protect your daughter's privacy. Your wife is making this all about her and about how she feels and about how she's not getting the information. This is about your fucking daughter, and your wife needs to respect that. Your wife needs some serious therapy or family therapy to get to the bottom of this, but your daughter is being hurt in the process of this, and that should be your main concern, not over the fucking fact that your wife is giving you silent treatment. Good riddance. Don't speak. Go sit in the corner and think about what you did.
She just got exposed. And remember that when people get exposed, they lash out. And one of her ways of lashing out here is giving the silent treatment, right? And she's trying to turn this around. If she gives you the
it's a
silent
control
treatment, she
shit.
can victimize herself real quick because it gets you in your head trying to fill in those blanks. Like, oh, should I have said something different? Did I go too far? You're starting to fill in those blanks because you're buying her victim act here. So don't do that, number one.
She's not the victim here. Your daughter is.
Your number one role right now is as a father. And as a father, she has done something physical, which harms the trust that you should have with your child there. And you walked in on her trying to do something to your child that you don't agree with. And she didn't tell you about it ahead of time either. So look, there are already some big trust issues here. If she, and you were in the position to say this at this point, if she wants to continue having a marriage with you and any kind of relationship with her daughter, if she wants to continue having a family, she's going to play by these fucking rules. And the first one of those fucking rules is therapy. That is going to happen. You have to assert some control of this situation because she's going to try to manipulate control of the situation. And you have to head that off by doing the right thing. What do you want to happen here? Define that and put that fucking plan in motion. Do not wait, because waiting is when they take control.
Yeah. Mom, you are not the victim in this situation. You're the aggressor.
She's the bully. She's her daughter's bully, right? And that's the other thing I wanted to address here is this is the kind of person who feels like having gossip makes them special.
I know.
And they use gossip
it's your
to
child.
get the spotlight no matter who it hurts.
It's your fucking child. Like, and if she has expressed to you that she is not comfortable with you sharing her details, you don't share them with anyone. Like, that is your child. That is, like, what the fuck?
That's
man?
emotional abuse at minimum.
All right, let's see what the edit says.
What a bizzo. Edit. I have read so many comments talking about my wife and me, and I'm seriously taking this all in. I really don't want my daughter to think it's okay for her future husband to treat her this way. We didn't even get into that. Damn. But yes, making the decision you want your child to make in the future if they're in a similar situation, brilliant. So I am requesting my wife attends therapy by herself before she can join me and my daughter in family therapy, because I'm not putting my daughter in a situation where her mother will probably use the therapy sessions to punish her, which people have mentioned. If she refuses, I will look into separation, because I have realized my daughter needs her dad to keep her safe, and she won't be safe if her mother is acting this way and normalizing this behavior. I am scared for my future, honestly, but I am also hopeful that I can show my daughter she is loved and safe. I will be sending my daughter to stay with her aunt for the rest of the week while I have this conversation, because I'm not taking any chances that she'll have to listen to an argument between me and my wife. My reasoning right there would have been, I'm not taking any chances that my wife tries to abuse her in some way again.
This, Mom, self-reflect. Like, you're going to lose everything because you are emotionally abusing your child. Please, like, look within yourself and find the problem and fucking fix it, because your child does not deserve this.
Yeah. So part of me is like, okay, dad is doing 100% the right thing. There's nothing that I would do different here. And I try to put myself in his shoes, and I'm like, he still loves his wife. And a part of me, if this obviously would never happen, but if we were in a situation where something that you struggle with forced you to act in a way, I would still feel like some responsibility there to make sure you got the help you need. And yes, he is doing that, but he's kind of had to remove himself from the role as a husband in this moment. And he is only a father. Right. He's only a father trying to protect his child. And that would be where you like default back to or fall back to. But I still would have this huge husband element that is like,
Yeah.
I love you. And I want this to happen for you because I love you. No matter what else happens here, like I don't want you to be tortured by whatever it is that is forcing you to act this way. So let's get it fixed.
Right. And Shaw makes a good point. She has to see the problem in order to want help.
Yep.
And that's, exactly how I feel. Like mom has to understand, like I said, self-reflect and realize that that problem lives within mom, but she's taking it out on her daughter.
Yep.
And if she doesn't do that, if she isn't willing to put in the work, then at that point, dad can't be husband anymore. Dad has to be protector of daughter.
Yep, I agree.
And I know, like, there's the saying, like, your mom is your first bully, like, and obviously parents are going to fuck up, but we have to be able to see what we've done wrong. We have to be able to apologize, and we have to be able to fix our mistakes, because we are shaping the next generation. We are shaping a human being in our homes. And if you don't take that seriously, then you don't deserve access to your child. You can't emotionally, physically abuse someone and be the victim. Like, you can't do that. You put your nails in your husband's skin and you were yelling, and this pisses me the fuck off. You can't do this. Like, you can't do this to another human being. Children are not there to be your fucking punching bag. And that is how you are treating your daughter, because you don't like what she has to say, or you don't like the way that she's acting, or you don't like what she's doing, but you cannot do that to her.
I don't think it's not even any of those things that she doesn't like. It's that she doesn't like that she
Not in control.
her supply of the thing that made her feel special and get the spotlight was cut off. That's what she's mad about. The big question here is, whenever hubby finally said that, and it was the heat of the moment, at the for the lack of a better term, climax of this altercation. I wonder if that's the first time that she like heard it and it got through. I wonder if that's the first time that she really heard it and was like, and would reject it at first, but sometime, like after some time of letting that sink in, maybe she'll actually see it and start taking steps in the right direction here. But the burden of proof of growth is on her now. It is 100% on her. And yeah, there would be that tortured husband side of me that's like, I love this person so much. I want them to get help.
Absolutely.
Not at the cost of my child, obviously, but
Absolutely, you do. Like, you love that person. They're your person. You've chosen to be with them. But at the same time, you can't excuse their behavior, because on one hand, you have a child who doesn't know any better. And on the other hand, you have an adult who has to understand, who should know better and should be able to see when they're in the wrong, and not let that be detrimental to the foundation of your daughter's life. And so I think, man, mom, look in the mirror and see it before it's too late.
Yeah.
Because your daughter doesn't deserve this, and neither does your husband.
no, I mean, you can't. And if she is, maybe the upside of being exposed is that maybe she'll start fixing things. And obviously I think that's, what everyone wants to see her fix things. But until things are fixed verifiably, you can't bring your daughter back in this situation. It's too risky. I wouldn't put you back in this situation either.
And I will say, for us personally, this is like, we share like the cute stories of Navy, but a lot of our teen stuff, like, we don't share, like, for privacy reasons, because I'm not sure what they would be comfortable with.
Yeah.
And I don't want to give anything, like, Navies are cute little anecdotes of normal toddler behavior. And like, so our teens,
teens would have to tell us that
Yeah.
they want us to share something for us to feel comfortable
Right.
sharing it.
unless
on
it's
their
just
behalf.
a small story, like Ava thinking that highways were always high.
Yeah.
That's an anecdote. That's cute, but I wouldn't
Ava
overshare.
calling in the middle of the stream to say that,
Yeah.
that Navy
I
wanted
wouldn't
something.
overshare personal details of our teenagers' life. And just when Navy starts to age into that, I'm not going to share personal details of her life, because that is not something that I want to do to our children. And
And also, let's be honest, Navy's going to have her own very large channel by then anyway, so she'll make that choice for herself. Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, ladies and gents, that is it for us today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We are going to have the VIP live here shortly. Let me get a little bit of catch up on the TikTok side while we're on our way out here. Jenny with the ice cream cone, sending the tiny through, and the Go Popular. Thank you so much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Again, if you are one of the subs on the TikTok side and you didn't see like the custom emotes and stuff this time, check and see if your mobile app has an update. It took me updating mine yesterday to be able to set up those emotes, but they are in there now, and they were automatically approved because they migrated from the old system there. So at least all the AskCon ones are there. We'll figure out what's missing. I'll go in there and audit it. But we did our setup stuff on there yesterday, so you should be able to jump in and have access to everything there. If you don't, check the app. It most likely needs to update there. Overkill Mill, Gina with the ice cream cone again there. Rock Wolf, thanks so much for the Tiny Dinies. The Beagles, thanks so much there. Greatly appreciate you guys being here. Y'all are awesome. It's actually, it's always a freaking blast. Tony Spark is telling me to read my outro notes because I'm an asshole and always forget. So let me get through those first. Reminder, this will be our last stream until September 28th. We are taking the week off for the first time in 3 years. We'll be back at it again on Sunday, September 28th. VIP Live will come up here in about 15 minutes. Give us time to set up there. We will see you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you.